Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Los Angeles Film School Library Orientation. So you want to learn about the library. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Georgina, and I'm going to go over our webinar over with you today. The library director for the school, and I have here my two lovely library assistants, Matt and Stephanie, and we're going to show you how to navigate the library website, how to locate items through our catalog, which is Koha. We're going to show you how to search and access some of our A to Z databases, and ultimately we'll give you some research tips that will help you become a better researcher. We hope that you have a better understanding of our services and the many different types of resources that are available to you for free as a student, alumni, or even as a faculty and staff member. Throughout the webinar, we will be conducting a couple of polls, so please do try to answer them when they pop up on your screen. Please, if you have any questions during our presentation, please feel free to use the Q&A tab. Stephanie will be answering them in the chat. And at the end of the presentation, we'll have additional time to answer any lingering questions live. So let's get started with our poll. So first things first, we want to get a better understanding of our audience. So if you can select the current month you're in, please select that as follows. If you're in month one, you're a brand new student. If you're fairly new, please select that. If you're somewhere between, select that option as well. If you're about to graduate, you're in the final months there, so please select that. And if you're already graduated, then you must be an alumni member. If you're not a student, then you're obviously a faculty or staff member joining in on us on this webinar. So while you answer those, just gonna get started with our hours. So for this term, students and staff can access the library, which is located in the B1 5th floor. For the most part, we're open from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Though, depending on upcoming holidays or like special events, we may be closed early, so please check our library site for more accurate hours. And while you're up here, you may utilize the computers, borrow materials, you can print and scan, and use the space for study. Again, you can check out our library site for more details on accurate hours. And here is our contact information. So for those of you that are online students or just working remotely, we still will have our digital resources, all of our online services available to you on our website and all of our other platforms that you can access some of our resources. So before we move on, we would like to get another poll. We just want to know, has anyone visited the library before, whether it may be in person or visiting our website. We just want to know if you visited us before or if not, it's okay. You can, that's why we're here, to kind of show you around the library websites and to kind of give you a better understanding of our services. So let's switch gears here while you finish finishing up those answers to the poll. Just going to switch over to our websites. Okay, great. So you can visit the library's website here at library.lafilm.edu, or you can go through Connect, or you can go through our LMS, through your LMS portal under resources. So I'm just going to go over some of the key aspects of the library site, starting with the homepage. And here at the top, we have several tabs that go to a different page or a guide, along with some menus for each. I'm just going to go briefly our About section, our services, our collection, and then through that, go through Koha. You'll see our digital catalog. And then Matt will be going into research and ways to support us. So yeah, so let's scroll down here. Below we have some rotating announcements. These are important announcements from the library. You can kind of click on view more to read more about it. If you need to create an account, go to our catalog, do all that stuff. That's located there up at the top. Let's see here. Below here we have our quick links. So these are important, very quick access points to get to the site a lot easier if you're planning to, again, create a library account. If you're up here at the library, you need to copy or print out some documents, you can do that as well. And for faculty, if you need assistance, you can click that access guide there as well. So here below on the left-hand side, we have our alerts. These are just kind of some alerts for you here. We have our hours and location. Like I mentioned before, our holiday hours, or if we have any breaks or anything, will be mentioned over here. And our contact information is right below that. So all of our social handles are listed here, and just quick phone numbers and ways to reach us by email as well. And let's see, on the right here, we have our events. So what's happening here at the library. Yeah, definitely. We have our winter library activity with our library, the winter tree. We're decorating, the library space, making it very festive. You can create little ornaments and magnet stars during this holiday season. And you can help us decorate small villages for our winter holidays around the world display, which is located in the B2 lobby if you're here on campus. So you get to learn more about some of the different holidays and festivals and traditions that are celebrated during this winter season. So make sure you stop by when you get a chance. Yeah, it'll be displayed here at the B2 lobby. And let's see, in the middle here, we have these two main video tutorials. This one will be the latest webinar recording session, which will be located here. We always upload our latest recordings, and so that way you can easily see any news and updates and how to access and everything. It's all located here. Similarly, we do have another video for accessing our digital catalog. So this is something that you can always look through, but we'll dive into it in a bit for accessing our catalog and doing all that stuff. So if at any point, even after today's session, you want to go back to review, you can always quickly access these. And at the bottom here, we have our news and blog posts. So these two get updated regularly as new information, blogs, and resources get added. So you can click on view all to read more about the post. And then we do have our playlists at the bottom. Let's see. Then we can go to the about section. So then you will find things that are associated with the library, library's mission, strategic goals, rules for visiting the library, and understanding the policies and code of conduct. We have, as you can see here, we have certain areas that, depending on your school status, you'll be able to access certain things, whether you're on-campus student versus an online student and versus an alumni. And yeah, so that information lives here. If you want to learn more about some of the student policies, you can do that here. All the information is listed here. And if you ever need assistance, you can always go to our Ask a Librarian page. So here, the library is responsible for answering directional questions from patrons, from you guys. We also check in and out materials. We maintain the front desk and facility, and we constantly add resources to our catalog, Koha. And yeah, overall, we help with your needs. So if you have any library specific questions, you can always reach us out at this number and email. And we also do Zoom sessions. So yeah, if you want a more easy way to kind of see and learn more easily, we can always set a Zoom session. And yeah, and then we have our reference desk. So in addition, if you need help with your research assignments, you can also contact us at the reference desk. We can definitely direct you to certain databases, articles, resources that might be of use, especially if you're working on an assignment. Let's say if it's a contemporary arts assignment and you need help trying to locate some resources, we could definitely guide you. Yeah, but we cannot do your homework. You would have to reach back to your professor if there's maybe some questions, some specific questions about the assignments. But we definitely will try to help you as best as possible. Another area of support is the info desk. We do provide you with information about other departments or who to turn to for help, whether it may be asking for advisors, financial aid assistance, tech kits. If it's an ebook that you're trying to access, like in the online bookstore, you can go ahead and email or call DC. If you have any technical questions or assistance, let's say you're having trouble like actually logging in, or your computers, yeah, something wrong with your computer, or any issues like that, you can always call the online support team. Yeah, their number is right there. And you can also create a ticket. So that's the link there to create a ticket. And yeah, so other departments too, their phone numbers and emails are listed here if you need that number. So let's go back to the homepage and we'll go into services. You can find the services that we provide here. We provide circulation. Again, that's checking in, checking out materials like books. We have media and digital resources, along with borrowing equipment. That includes computers. We have a printer and like scanner machine. We do have headphones and other like office supplies that you can borrow here at the library. You may also utilize a space for study, or you can just chill and hang out here. And we do have more spaces here in the hallway. Yeah, and if you need more just a quiet study, we can also help you with that as well. Yeah, and let's see, we can move forward to the homepage again. We go into collections. So as you can see here, we have many items, including books, films, screenplays, we have magazines, CDs, and we have games and more. You can further view our collection in detail using our library catalog here, Koha. You will be able to conduct simple searches on what materials you are looking for to borrow or view electronically. We have added a bunch of electronic items this past year to our collection, so you can access them anytime, 24/7. So now I'll just be showing you how to navigate Koha by clicking the library catalog button, and then it will route you to our page right here. So the purpose of the library catalog is to locate items within our collection. Koha is used to find materials based on title, author, subject, the ISBN number. That's great. And just plug it in and see if there's a match. Yeah, so let's just do a little example here. So if you know the title, what you're looking for, right? It's more of a narrow search. You can just go ahead and type the title of the film or script or book, and you can go ahead and click search or click on the icon of a little magnifying glass. And we see that there's two results. We have the Baby Driver video, and then we have the Baby Driver script. So yeah, so if let's say you're trying to locate the script of Baby Driver, all you have to do is click on electronic access, which routes you to our drive. So you would have to punch in your LA Film email address. We're just using a test account. Hopefully that's right. Yep. Okay, great. So you can go ahead and access our scripts this way. Just as long as you plug in your LA Film email address, you should be able to access our scripts. Sometimes with Google, if you're already logged in with a private by your default Google account, it would sometimes not let you log in. So make sure you need to log out or sign out completely from your personal account and then switch over to your LA Film email. Yeah, so it sometimes gets a little tricky, but if you're having issues, you can contact us and we can help you with that. Sometimes it's best to use an incognito or like a private window to access some of our scripts. We are trying to get a new platform so that it's just easier. So it's not on our Google Drive. So yeah. So same thing with, let's say you want to watch the movie Baby Driver. Yeah, you can click on the title, pulls up the record, and you can see more information about it. You can see how many holdings we have, like we have Blu-ray, we have an e-video, and yeah, you can go ahead and see if that's available. If you can check it out here, you can click on the electronic access button because we have e-video, and definitely will route you to sign in if you haven't done so, but it should show up here and you can play it right from home. Again, all the electronic items you'll have access to 24/7. So it's really simple. Yeah, so that's that for a narrow search, something that you already know what you're looking for. For more of a broader search, I advise that you go to the advanced search section. So here you can select the item types. So let's say you don't know exactly what you're looking for in terms of the title, but you do know, hey, I want to read an electronic script. Go ahead and select eScript. If you're also, mind looking for TV scripts, movie scripts, TV movie scripts, go ahead and select those as well. You could go ahead and search those items, and it will pull up a list of what we have in our collection. So yeah, we have almost 6,000, and you can organize that alphabetically. So let's say you could pick title A through Z, and that just puts them in order. So it's just easier to read it alphabetically. once that loads, there we go. You can see, yeah, and go ahead and click on the record if you want to. You can go ahead on the left-hand side. There's just limiters. So if you know, maybe the author or, the screenwriter for this example, if you know the name, that you can go ahead and select that. Yeah, if it's like a series topic, you can go ahead and select those limiters as well. Yeah, and then we also have some public lists right here. So we do have, create these lists for you guys so that you can see, if we have our new November list right here. So definitely check this out, what we have added new to the collection. So yeah, so you can go ahead and browse that way as well. So yeah, and then I'd like to get another quick poll before I continue. I just want to ask you, how many of you have a library account? So yeah, do you have a library account? Please choose your answer, yes or no. And if you don't have a library account, that's okay. You don't have to have a library account. That's only if you want to check out anything or just do more features within the portal of Koha. Because Koha is open to the public. Like, I don't have to sign in. Like, I just have to click on the resource, and then it just makes me log in through the school email and get that resource right there. But you can see there's a login to your account, and that's when you're logging into Koha. So you'll have access to your library account, and you can do more. So I'll show you. But first, yeah, you would have to fill a library account first in order to have access to your Koha account. So you can click on the homepage. We also had it on the library's homepage. Just fill this form out. And just make sure you use your Elifilm email. This is what you use to sign into Koha. And once you fill this information out, we'll receive it, and then we'll add you into the back end. And then once you receive that email confirmation saying like, hey, you have access to Koha, you can go ahead, log in, then this is where you're going to go and click on log into your account. So click on login. Okay. So since I'm already logged in elsewhere, I can clearly see that I have some checkouts, I have some fines I gotta pay. And I'll just show you really quick on the Koha side when you do have your account. And you can see your details on there, what charges you have if you do. Yeah, you can also pay fines as well through there. If you want to edit any personal details, like let's say if you want to update your phone number, you want to update like a secondary email, if you want to change your name or have nicknames, you can go ahead and yeah, fill that information out. We also have you could definitely add some tags onto the actual like record or the item. That helps that helps us like reorganize everything. You can see like the little tag cloud right here. So this is kind of like, this is pretty cool, where you can find, things that are made in, the 2010s and we made it 2000s. You can click that and you can see all the little, all the items that we have within that category. So tagging is great. Similarly, like Instagram and all the social media, you're pretty sure you're familiar with all the tagging. Yeah, so that's the tags. search history, checkout history. You can go ahead and see, yeah, look, Krypton made it in the 2000s. See the search history. We have a checkout history, what I've checked out before. Also messaging. You can also update your notifications. So yeah, if you want to get reminded, if you check out a book and you want to get reminded 1 day in advance, you can even select, 3 days in advance. Remind me 3 days prior when the due date is due. It would send you a text message or an email or both. You can definitely edit those details. Lists, like I mentioned earlier, we have public lists, right? But you can obviously create your own list. So if you have favorite books to read, favorite movies to watch, you can always make your own list, unlimited. Yeah, you can do that as well. And let's see. And let's say, you don't find what you're looking for, you're trying to search for things. We definitely highly suggest that you make a purchase suggestion. This helps us understand what you want in our collection. So make sure you have a title, the item type, like if it's a movie, a book, a magazine, a script, what have you, can select that and your reasons for it. And we'll see if we can get it in our collection. Just depends on budgets, but we'll definitely try our best to acquire that material. So yeah, and if you have any more questions on COPA, definitely advise you to either, watch that other video. It goes into more details on certain things. And you can always reach out to us. Definitely, we're here to help you to understand, help you navigate everywhere and accessing some of the resources. So let's go back to our library page, where Matt will be diving into research and ways to support us.
Thank you, Georgina. And hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being here with us today. Like Georgina said, I'm going to be going over 2 sections of our library website. I'm going to be going over the research section and also the support us section, both of which feature a lot of really cool resources. One of the key features of the library website is our collection of online databases. These are useful for doing research for essays, if you're writing a thesis, or even if you're just looking for reliable information on a given topic. But before we begin, I have another poll for you. And we just want to know how many of you have experience with academic journals, and if so, which ones? So if you had experience with academic journals, you can click yes. If you've not had any experience with academic journals, you can click no. And if you have had experience with academic journals, we'd like to know, do you have experience with something like Google Scholar, EBSCO, ProQuest, ERIC, JSTOR, or if it's something that's not listed here, you can click other and then let us know. So while you guys are completing that poll, I'm going to go ahead and jump back in and talk about research. We're going to click on the research button here, and that's going to take me to the research guide. So here on this guide, you can see that there's a lot of really great resources and tips for doing research, like choosing a topic, finding books, different citation styles. There's a link to our A to Z databases. There's a link to tutorials. I know Georgina mentioned tutorials, and we will go over those. There's a link to what we call subject guides and to online resources, but we're going to go ahead and click on A to Z databases. So like I said, the A to Z databases is one of the key features of our website. So clicking on that will bring me to this list of all of the databases that we offer access to. Most of the databases featured here come from academic sources and some from open access libraries, and all of the materials provided come from verified sources, which is really important when you're doing research. So as you can see, sorry, let me mute my device here. Sorry about that. As you can see, you can browse the databases by in different ways. You can browse by subject, you can browse by database type, you can browse by the vendor or provider, You can search for the database that you're looking for, and then also you can toggle through the alphabet if you know what it starts with, or you can just scroll through the list. But what we're going to do, oh, I should mention that some of these databases are subscription based. So when you try to access them, you're going to be prompted to log in. And in that case, what you'll do is you'll just sign in with your LA Film credentials, your LA Film email, and your LA Film password, and you should be able to get access that way. Um, if you need more clarification on how to access the databases or how to conduct simple searches, you can find a guide under the tutorials page, like I mentioned before, and we will go over those. Um, but we're gonna go through a brief explanation of the databases, and we will do a short or a quick demonstration so you guys can get a little bit of an idea. So let's explore some of the databases that are featured here, and we're gonna start with Alexander Street Press Film Scripts Online. So let's go ahead and click that. This database offers access to over 100 scripts, all of which are authorized versions. The database offers a few ways to browse. You can browse by people, critical assessments, by genre, by awards. Um, just to kind of give you guys an idea of, again, the the look and feel of this database, we're going to browse by genre. So let's click on genre, and then that'll bring us to a list of all of the different genres that they have featured here. We are going to click on fantasy. That is one of my favorite genres. And then usually when we do this demonstration, yep, Highlander is right at the very top. So let's go ahead and click on Highlander. And it should open up to the script. There we go. So you guys can see here is the script. Again, this is an authorized version of the script, so we know that it's 100% legit. And yeah, you can scroll through it, read it. So we definitely recommend this site. We do obviously have scripts in our own library, but this is a great online resource if you're looking for more scripts to browse through. But anyway, so that's Alexander Street Press Film Scripts Online. Let's go ahead and explore some other databases. So let's go back to the A to Z database page. And this time we're going to browse by subject. So we're going to pull down this all subjects menu, and we're going to click on music because I want to browse for databases that offer access to music. So it pared our list down to just 20. So we know that we have 20 databases that pertain to music. We're going to scroll down and we're going to click on Naxos Music Library. It's down, down, down. Oh, where'd it go? There we are. Naxos Music Library. Here we go. So this is a really great resource if you're interested in classical music. You can explore and stream classical music from over 800 labels for 100% for free. And the database website offers a lot of really cool things, such as what they call guided tours of like different musical eras. If you look over on the left-hand side, there's like a menu, and there's a link in that menu that's called resources. Let's go ahead and click that, and you'll see some of the features that I was talking about. Um, for example, the guided tours, but there's also a dictionary, there's a section on musicology, there's oral training, there's work analyses, there's these study guides based on different regions. They have a junior section that's like geared towards a younger audience. Um, they have an opera section. They have pronunciation guides. It's a lot of really cool stuff. But just again to give you guys a little bit of a very quick but in-depth look at what this database looks and feels like. Let's scroll back up. Let's take one of their guided tours. Let's click on the Romantic era. And here you can see on the left, there's an outline of all the different sections, and it looks like they've organized it by composer. So let's click on Beethoven, a fantastic composer of the Romantic era. And there we go. We see a bunch of his pieces all linked here. So let's just click on one. Let's click on the very first one. And unfortunately, because this is a Zoom call, essentially, the copyright will not allow you to hear the audio through the Zoom call, but the audio does work. So if you try it yourself, it should work. And if it doesn't, let us know. But yes, this is their audio player. This is how you would listen to the music. And again, we recommend you guys check out all of these resources, all of these databases, if for nothing else, just so that you are familiar with them and know that they're there. But we think they're really cool. So let's go ahead and head back to the A to Z database page, and we'll explore just a little bit more. Let's scroll all the way back up to the top, and we're going to clear the filters because this time I want to browse by database type. We go, and we're going to go to streaming videos. There we go. Because, come on, what would a film school be if there wasn't a way to stream movies, right? So let's scroll down and let's click on Swank Digital Campus. Yeah. So Swank is at its core, it's just a streaming service, right? You have access to it with your LA Film credentials. And as you can see, there's a bunch of really great titles. There's some newer ones as well as some older ones, some classics. We got Aladdin, we have Dracula, we have Chinatown, we have Jaws, Jurassic Park, we got La La Land, we have Pan's Labyrinth. I love Pan's Labyrinth. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. We got The Big Bang Theory, we got Strangers on a Train. We got The Good Place. Let's click on one so you guys can see what it's like. And then we're going to click on The Bling Ring. Also a really great movie, one of my favorites. It's Sofia Coppola. She's great. Love her. Again, unfortunately, because this is a Zoom call, the copyright will not allow you to view it through the Zoom call. But rest assured, if you try it yourself, it will work. But yeah, so this is what the video player looks like. You would obviously just hit play, and yeah, you have access to all of these titles as long as you are a LA Film student. So let's go ahead and head back to the A to Z database page, and we're almost done exploring these databases. Let's clear the filters once again. And this time we're going to search by vendors and providers. We're going to bring that menu down and click on EBSCO. So EBSCO is one of our largest database platforms, the largest database platform that we have. It's been broken down into 7 different smaller collections depending on your needs. There is the Business Source Elite, there's EBSCO eBooks, there is the Film and Television Literature Index, there's Flipster Magazine, regional business news, excuse me. But we're going to switch gears a little bit here, and we're going to use one of these to do a demonstration. We're going to click on Academic Search Elite. We're going to do a simple search. And I believe when you use this one for the first time, it'll ask you to log in. But again, if it does, just use your LA Film credentials and you should be fine. So something you may have noticed as soon as you open this website is that there's multiple search fields. So this is because this website uses something called Boolean operators to help define your searches. So this is a website or a database that's meant for like academic purposes, right? Um, so as a demonstration, I'm going to look up time travel. So we're going to type time travel in the first search box. Uh, so what I could do is I could utilize these Boolean operators. You see these little menus on the left that say and? You can pull it down and it'll say and, or not. So if I were to do and then use another key term, such as um, motion pictures, let's say, if I were to conduct my search as travel and motion pictures, and I hit search, what would happen is it would yield search results that contain both time travel and motion pictures as 2 separate key terms within the record description, right? So it creates uh, a very specific search. If I were to change the Boolean operator to or, there we go. And if I were to conduct a search this way, what that would do is it would yield search results that might just include time travel in the record description. It might just include motion pictures, or it might include both. So it broadens my search a little bit. If I were to change the Boolean operator to not, what that would do is it would yield search results that include time travel in the record description, but anything that mentions motion pictures, it's going to exclude it completely from the search results. So it narrows the search down a little bit. And the reason why you might want to do this is because if you're doing research for a project, like a thesis or an essay or something, and you're looking for resources, you're looking for sources, you're looking for articles, you're looking for anything, if you've ever done that before, you know that it can take a really long time to sift through all of these search results. So using things like Boolean operators can really help to cut down on that research time and really help you to find exactly what you're looking for. Over to the right of these search boxes, there's a couple more of these little drop-down menus. And what these are for is to specify what your search terms are. You could leave it blank. As you see, it says optional, select a field optional. But if you wanted to specify what these key terms are, for example, if you were searching for an author's name, you would tell it that the key term that you're typing in is AU or author. If you know that you're searching for a specific title, you could tell it that your key term is a title. So again, these are really useful tools to help specify your searches to really get what you're looking for. But for this demonstration, what we're going to do is we're going to search time travel and motion pictures. So let's do that and hit search. And boom, look at that. It brought 107 search results. So something that we recommend that you do is over on the left, there are some more tools, including this limiter. We're going to click or tick the box that says full text because we want to make sure that all of the search results that we get include the full text of the article and not just like an abstract or like a portion of the article. We want to make sure it's everything, right? So that's a really good habit to get into when you're using these kinds of databases. You want to make sure that you're finding things that are that contain the full text. There are some other limiters. You can make sure that what you're looking at is peer reviewed. You can choose to read a cover story, experiment with these at your leisure or when you need to. But anyways, so once we ticked that full text box, it brought our search results down a little bit. So now we have a lot fewer to look through. We have 50, but we're going to go ahead and scroll down. And for this demonstration, we like to use no time like the present. So once I open it up, this is what the record description looked like. It has the authors' names, it has the source where it came from, the document type, it has some subject terms, the abstract. It even tells you how many words are in this article, 1,520. That's pretty cool. And if you look over on the left, there's two links. One says HTML full text and one says PDF full text. Let's click on PDF full text so you can see what that means. So the PDF full text is essentially a scan of the original document. So however this article was originally published with images and all, that's how you'll see it in the PDF, like exactly as it was published. And this is really useful. You might need this for your research. You might need it for a presentation, or maybe you're just really interested to see how it may have looked. But if all you're interested in is the text, then what you can do is click on HTML full text over on the bottom. There we go. And what this is, it's a view of just the text formatted in plain text HTML so that you can just read it without all of that business going on. So there it is. There's all the full text. And again, there's lots of really great tools. There's this button right here. This is listen. And this is so that you can listen to the text in like a synthesized voice. It sounds actually kind of cool. Let's press play so you can hear it.
No time like the present.
Love it.
Advisory.
And there are some like setting options. You can change the speed, you can change the voice. You can download it as an MP3. So it's a very useful tool. And then also on the right, you see there's more tools. So you can save these record descriptions to your OneDrive. I know that as students, you have Microsoft email accounts, so you should have access to a OneDrive. If you need to save this record to a OneDrive account, you can do that. You can add it to a folder on the EBSCO website. You can print out the record description. You can email it to yourself. You can save it. And then this cite button is really interesting. Let's click on cite. I think this is a useful tool. It preps all of the citations for you in all these different citation styles. So if you needed to cite this source for like an essay and you needed to, create your works cited page, it does the work for you. Literally all you have to do is copy paste. Love that. But yeah, so again, some really good tools. You can export it, you can create a note. You can use this nifty little permalink at the bottom if you needed to send this to somebody. It creates a friendly URL. You could just send it on over to somebody. Yeah. So again, a very, very quick and brief demonstration for this specific database website. A lot of databases that are meant for academic purposes operate in a similar way. So we're just trying to give you guys an idea of what it's like. If you guys have any questions or need more clarification, again, we do have tutorials that I will go over in a second. And of course, you can always come to the library and we are more than happy to help you guys out. But let's see, where am I? I've lost my place. But let's go ahead and head back to the library homepage. Awesome. So in this research menu, the very next thing we're going to click on is subject guides. Look at that. Here you can see that we've created some guides categorized by subject, and these are also very useful, or should be very useful to you in your research journey or your academic journey, specifically in your area of study. So for example, animation. Let's click on animation. This is the animation subject guide. So a lot of the resources on this page are free and can definitely be useful. We've just aggregated all of these things onto one page to make it useful for animation students. But even if you aren't an animation student, we definitely encourage you to explore not just this subject guide, but all of them. And at some point in the hopefully near future, we'll have a lot more subject guides, and we do plan to make some that are a little bit more concentrated, more niche, if you will. Um, but yes, check out these subject guides. There's a lot of really great resources. One that we like to point out is LinkedIn Learning. Let's go ahead and click on it. What LinkedIn Learning is essentially video courses that you have access to while you're a student here. And there's a bunch. So when you're on the animation subject guide, when you click that link, it'll bring you to the LinkedIn Learning page that has all of the video courses that relate to animation and illustration. You can see animation and illustration on the search box up there. And then all of these tags on the right that are like, related topics and whatnot. But again, video courses that you have access to for free. We definitely encourage you guys to utilize these. They are a very, very amazing tool supplemental to your courses that you are enrolled in here. So if you want to take some free online courses on, it could be animation, it could be like these related topics, 3D modeling, art composition, character animation, color theory, digital painting. I know there's some on like photography and like photo editing. Please, please, please take advantage of them. Check these out. You will not regret it. But anyways, let's move on. Let's head back to the homepage, and we just have a few more things to go through. So let's pull down that research tab again, and we're going to click on resources. So we've compiled this collection of helpful sites. You can browse the list. It ranges from learning courses to streaming media, to books, to art, to stock images. There's over 150 resources available, and they range from free to premium services that you can access with either a subscription or a purchase. But they're all listed here. Everything that we think is useful to you, or everything that we offer access to, anything that is a resource online is listed here. So one that we like to point out that we think is really cool is Google Arts and Culture. And again, there's lots of really cool things on this list. We're just trying to, show you things here and there. But Google Arts and Culture is one that we really love. It's powered by Google, obviously, but it's like digital galleries, virtual tours, virtual exhibits. They have games, they have trivia, they have articles, they have like photos. It's a really, really great resource for people who are interested in art and culture. For example, let's see, what do they got going on? They have this today's top picks and then this dive into culture thing. I don't know what's going on, but it looks really cool and it changes all the time. They have like they're constantly adding things and adding new exhibits and new virtual tours. So we definitely encourage you to check it out. Sometimes we feature it on our blog because we love it that much. But anyways, let's continue and we'll head back to the home page. And we'll pull down that research menu again. And this time we're going to click on tutorials. Now, I know Georgina mentioned it and I mentioned it. Yes, the library team has created tutorials to help guide you with accessing the different databases that we are subscribed to. We have tutorials on how to utilize the library catalog Koha. I know Georgina, obviously, she explained Koha in some detail, but if you want a refresher and you want to watch the video, please do. We have tutorials on how to install the various softwares. Click software right there, the different softwares on your computer. We have tutorials on how to utilize the different databases that we offer access to. I know I just explained the databases, but once again, if you need a refresher, here are tutorials. We even have tutorials on how to like print, scan, copy, and how to install the printer software onto your own devices, which we definitely recommend you do. It's right here. In fact, do it right now. Do it right now. If you're an on-campus student and you plan to print at any point, install the printer software. It's going to save you a lot of time. But anyways, yes, visit the tutorials page if you ever have questions and you're unsure about anything. But again, if you don't want to do that, or if for some reason you just need like a hands-on um, approach, come to the library. We're always happy to help. But okay, so let's go ahead and head back to the home page. And now let's scroll down a little bit because I want to show you guys something fun. Let's scroll down, and over on the right, this box at the bottom, there's this discounts link. Look at that. What could that possibly be? Yes, it is discount codes. We have a large list of discount codes for you guys to use. We've scoured the internet in order to find them, from rentals to clothing to food to electronics and streaming services. Just make sure that you use your LAFS email to take advantage of them, or the code that's provided in the link. And we haven't forgotten about our faculty and staff. We have a whole section dedicated to you guys as well. Just make sure, once again, that you're using your LAFS email or the code provided in the link. Now, I promise we're almost done. So let's go back to the homepage. And if we scroll up, let's click on Support Us. So if you would like to help out at the library, you can always leave us feedback, give suggestions on things you'd like to see. I know Georgina mentioned purchase suggestions. We love getting stuff like that. We love getting your guys' feedback, whether it's a purchase suggestion or if it's just general feedback on things you'd like to see in the library or services you'd like to see in the library. Please let us know. It really helps us out. And if you guys would like to donate things, we do accept donations or donated materials like movies and books, games, scripts. So if you'd like to do that, you can contact us here at the library and we can try to coordinate something. And that, my friends, does it for my whole spiel. I know it was a little fast-paced and it was a lot of information all packed into a very short amount of time. But again, we're always here at the library if you need help. Visit our tutorials page, ask questions when you need to. We are happy to help. And I'm going to go ahead and hand it back over to Georgina. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Matt. Yeah, thank you for giving us the rundown on research and ways to support us. Last but not least, we have created a guide for our alumni or for those that are about to graduate. Definitely over here on the user guides, we have an alumni page, and that will just give you some information on what you will have access to after graduation or what you will lose after upon graduating in the next few months or so. So please review this information if you're curious about what you will have or not have upon graduation. Definitely, you're always more than welcome to visit the library to access some of our resources. Yeah, so you can learn more about it here on this guide. Yeah, so before we wrap up, let's just want to mention that we are on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and our library blogs, Letterboxd. So all those links are listed here, like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, so it's a better way to stay current on what is happening in and around the library. Also get updates on the newly added resources to our collection. So it's a good way to kind of, be in the know. Yeah, so you can follow us here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's session. If there aren't any questions, please use the Q&A section at this time or use the chat. Yeah, maybe it's something that we did not cover or you still need further information on. We can address it now. So we'll just wait until those get typed in. And if not, it's okay. Yeah, we're always here to help you. Even after the webinar, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email, call us, visit us. mail us something, we're here to support you. Yeah, so it looks like we don't have any questions today, and that's okay. Yeah, just a reminder that we will post the webinar here on our main page, and definitely we are trying to update our library website and our guides, and making it a bit more accessible and easy to use and streamline some things. Definitely, hopefully, by the next term in January, hopefully that is all squared away, and we'll show you the new site and the search too. What's upcoming too. We're having a new OneSearch platform that would associate all things about our catalog through Koha, all of our physical items, and as well as all of our digital items through all the A to Z databases for the most part. So it's just really easy to use, just a OneSearch, one-stop shop for accessing some of our resources. So we're excited to get that product and get that integrated into our system. So it's, yeah, it might take some time, but we'll definitely give you instructions and helpful tutorials, and again, training on the new site and platforms. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I just want to thank you for joining us as we explore the library. We are here and we're happy to help you in any way we can, and don't be afraid to contact us. Yeah, so this concludes our webinar presentation. Survey should pop up after this meeting, so it would be great if you would give us some feedback. We do these webinars monthly, so it'll help us improve on the content and information and what you would rather learn here at the in this webinar. So thank you again for attending, and hope you guys have a great week, rest of the year and all the holidays, and yeah, tune back for next year.